Do 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 do. King Kai Havertz. Do 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 do. King Kai Havertz. Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So, what's coming out of Sports Bild this morning is that Kai Havertz wants the decision for his future made this summer. So that could mean that he moves this summer, and it looks like a couple clubs are interested in him. Obviously, Real Madrid, Barcelona, the typical clubs, and obviously Bayern and etc. And Man United, Chelsea, the British clubs that think they can get in the party, which they never really do. But apparently, there's a connection, a thing with Kai Havertz where he wants the decision on his transfer made this summer. Why so soon, Kai? Why, Kai? Huh? Why so soon? All right, so I mean, he's right, though. Kai Havertz has been performing at a high level, or a decent level, since the 2015-16 season, where he broke through to the Leverkusen first team. He's been actually scoring and assisting consistently. So I get it when he says, you know what, I'm ready for a big club move. He's 20 years old. He wants to be that next thing. He wants the fame. He wants everything. He wants to be playing at a big club, and I don't blame him. And how would he fit into Bayern Munich? First of all, let's just talk about his evaluation and things like that. He's going to cost us at least 100 million. Leverkusen are looking to be demanding 100 euros on him. So that's their asking price, which means that they're not going to go less than that. They know that Kai Havertz is not like a player that's 25 and okay. He's not that type of player. He's a generational type of player where he's probably going to be a world-class player for the next 10 to 12 years, depending on the club he's at and if everything goes accordingly in his career. Kai Havertz has been superb, so they're going to demand a lot of money for him. And Leverkusen are not in need of money. They're not a financially insolvent club. They will want to have as much money for him as possible because they're quite ambitious themselves. They'll probably want to use that money to buy a player or two players that could potentially replace Havertz for them. But off the Leverkusen price, they're going to ask us 100 million. Kai Havertz has 15 goals and 8 assists this season. He's 20 years old. That's a fair evaluation in my books. You think about it and you're like, oh, why don't we just promote a youngster or buy someone that's unknown? Kai Havertz is proven in the league. He would fit our system and the way we play. We'll talk about his position, the tactics he'll be played with, etc. later on. But let's talk about his strengths. He fits us. Heading, he's 6 foot tall, 6'2" actually. His passing in the final third especially is superb. He has a great vision on him, almost like a Mesut Ozil. A lot of people are comparing him to Mesut Ozil. Well, he's 6 foot, so he's not really as close to Mesut Ozil as people think. His through balls, the little incisive passing when needed, are amazing. A lot of players don't have that awareness to do that, and at 20 years old, he has it. His finishing and dribbling, I don't know how he got good at finishing, but this guy can finish. I see how he just chips it over the keeper. With his right foot, he does the same thing. Very technical player. You can tell there's a lot of efficiency plus technicality to his game, which is why a lot of clubs want him. Dribbling, very superb. He's actually really fast, Havertz. I never really looked at his pace. But if you look at FIFA, he has 79 acceleration and 89 sprint speed. So he's fast. He's freaking fast. And holding the ball, which means he won't just lose the ball. And a little bit of his weaknesses, crossing, which is not something that I'm looking at and going, oh yeah, you're going to need to be the greatest crosser of all time. Crossing is very deflated in how they weigh it. So crossing is just a weakness that cams will have because they don't cross as much. And when they do, it's less likely to be a world-class cross. Unless you're Kevin De Bruyne, then dang. His defensive contribution, maybe his tackling, but that doesn't really matter. Those are Havertz's strengths, weaknesses, etc., whatever you want to say. He's a baller. We know this. Let's go to his position. Where is he going to play on the pitch? As we know, Kai Havertz is predominantly a number 10, but he can actually play across all positions in the front three, which means he can play left wing, center forward, striker even. He could play right wing and obviously cam. These are positions that, for me, Bayern need. We need him as a cam, which is why you can see his little player thing. He'll probably pick up the number 7 jersey, but he's bigger than the left wing and right wing because that's how he's going to fit in. Thinking about it, though, Thomas Muller is still in his prime. Muller's not declining. He's actually increased his assist output. He's actually about to break the De Bruyne assist record of 21. He's going to break it, I believe. Getting 2 assists in a game guess what? He's only 1 assist off. I think Muller has the potential, and based off his form right now, he's going to do it. So for me, Muller's not declining, which means that Havertz won't get as much play time next season, even if he was to join us next season, the 2021-2022 season. Havertz isn't going to get as much play time because Muller's still probably going to be running around and getting 3 assists per game. That's what's going to happen, and getting 4 goals, right? That's the thing. So Havertz will be played in these positions that are on the board right now on this side, that side. He'll be playing. He'll be getting left wing positions. He'll be getting right wing positions, right? Let's think about it. Bayern is a hospital. We know this. Kingsley Coman probably spent more time on the injury table than games he's played for Bayern Munich, and I think that's a fact. Or games Bayern Munich have had to play since he's joined. Considering Bayern play up to 40 plus games a year, you multiply that by the amount of time Coman's been here, he's probably been injured for more days than the games he could have played in here. So Coman does pick up injuries, which means Havertz automatically gets a guaranteed 10 starts per season in that right wing position. But you can also think to yourself, well, Bayern's getting Leroy Sané. Where's Havertz going to play if Sané's playing? Well, then Gnabry also gets injured. Sané himself, we don't know for sure that, okay, I'm saying as a person that has dealt with a little injury, you can't just, or seen injuries happen to a lot of players, you can't look off one injury and say this player's injury prone. So I think Sané could get injuries, but I don't think he will as much as Gnabry or Coman, because Sané's not injury prone. As a winger, you are allowed to pick up injuries because you will get fouled a lot. You'll have to run at defenses. You will get injuries, but you aren't necessarily injury prone. Ian Robin was injury prone, but he still was a brilliant freaking player, my favorite player of all time. That doesn't mean anything, right? You can pick up injuries and still be brilliant. You just need to be brilliant after your injuries, which Robin always was. Coman's difference is he's just crap. But going on to Havertz, where is he going to play? Let's go with the cam position first, because that's the most important thing. Thomas Muller is our central attacking midfielder right now, or you can call him a center forward. I don't give Muller a position. He's a rum de terre, whatever he wants to call himself. He is what that is. He moves into spaces. He gets the ball in the half spaces, Muller. You can see he doesn't have that technical ability that Havertz does, but Muller just takes the ball, bang, to pop it off. Short passes, 1-2, lay off. And then he gets a little nice, sweet, sexy ball in behind. It doesn't look the cutest. It's not the most weighted, but it works. He's efficient. He has the energy. He has the intelligence to read what weight of pass is needed for what situation. That's what Muller's good at. So that's Havertz. He's going to be getting that ball in the half spaces because the way Hansi Flick is playing, we're overloading the flanks. Like, actually, I have never seen Bayern use the middle that well. Usually we're all about, or over the last decade, we've been about using the wings and having Ribery and Robin run and Coman, and we've had that. Even Niko Kovac, the players literally said he wanted the wingers to isolate the fullbacks of the opposition and actually take them on, which is why Coman was high up there for dribbles last season, even though he didn't play all the games. But this season, with Hansi Flick coming in, we are playing so much in the half spaces. It's amazing to watch, which means Alphonso Davies can push forward, so can Pavard, which means our fullbacks almost become left wing backs and right wing backs, and then become fullbacks when we're in the defensive phase of things. But the way we play, it's how we press. The way we attack is exactly how we press. We press with pretty much all our players. We press with 8 players and only 2 center backs to cover, and Kimmich and Thiago or Kimmich and Goretzka to cover. So we have only 4 players. So it's not very much about, but the way we press, it works. The intensity. So Havertz would have that responsibility to get the ball in the half spaces. He's gonna have Lewandowski right next to him. He's gonna have Gnabry, and then on the other side, he's gonna have Sané next to him. He's gonna have a winger or another, I don't know. It's just how it's going to be if he was to play in that attacking midfielder position. We're going to always have 3 players on one side, depending on where the ball is in the half spaces. He's going to be getting balls zoomed in at him from 50 miles an hour from Boateng, Alaba, Niklas Zula, etc. Even Upamecano if we were to get him, which I don't think it's going to happen this year if it were to happen. So he's going to be getting a lot of freaking passes. He's going to be getting them in between the lines. He's going to need to link with Lewandowski. The thing with James Rodriguez was, and also Coutinho now, they never really understood how to play with Lewandowski. Lewandowski is a baller. right? He has the technical ability, he has the finishing, he has the finesse. Lewandowski does not necessarily need to be provided for all the time. That's what Muller understands. Sometimes you just give him the space and tell him, okay, here's the space. Take it and use it. Lewandowski just needs you to run, take a center back, give him 2 yards. The guy has this sexy first touch. He puts it in, upper 90, as Chris Richards of Bayern Munich would put it, but obviously top bins for the European people. That's what Lewa does. That's what Havertz would need to do. Make those runs, drag players out. We played Schalke. Goretzka played in a sort of advanced 8/number 10 position, which I don't like. He ran forward, like all the way, dragged a Schalke defender because of his run. Lewandowski got into space. 1 second later, it's a goal. That's what Lewandowski would need Havertz to do. Muller has done it so well. Muller doesn't care about making sure he gets an assist for Lewandowski every game. Muller makes sure he gives Lewandowski just a little bit of space, because every single opposition we play, don't get it twisted, don't get it wrong, they try to swerve Lewandowski. They put 4 players around him. If he gets a little space with just 2 players around him, it's a goal. I've seen Lewandowski take the ball with pressure with 2 players right next to the guy. He takes the ball in between his feet. That's already crazy. The ball's coming at him. It's a really high-paced ball. He takes a first touch, the second touch with his other foot, and then while he's falling down, the guy puts it in top bins. It's amazing, the technical ability of Lewandowski to score in tight situations, which is what Havertz is going to have to deal with. He's going to need to know that, hey, I can't just be the one, I can't try to keep getting assists. I have to just make runs and drag players out of their positions for Lewandowski. So that's what he's going to be doing in that central attacking midfield position for us. Play incisive passes for striker. That's it. That's another trait he's going to have to do. He's going to play the incisive passes. He's going to be there for Lewandowski. He's going to need to just play the passes but also make the movements. Press the opposition CDM. The way Hansi Flick has Bayern playing, our Muller basically becomes almost like a central attack. No, the way we press though, it's almost like Gnabry and Coman are almost the furthest players, and then Lewandowski and Muller become our central attacking midfielders in the way they press. And then it's almost like we press like this. Woo. It's not like we're pressing like this. We press like this. Gnabry, Coman, right, are pressing the center backs, which makes our fullbacks push up, which means Pavard and Davies push up. It's very effective if done right, and we do it right, which is why we top the charts for the most successful pressing. We're the most successful pressing team in Europe. The way we press, Gnabry, Coman, and then Muller's energy is so crucial, and Havertz does have that engine in him. And then we press. It's like the goalkeeper is like, God, there's 2 players coming, and it's like there's always a player rushing onto you. Even when we lose a press, you see Goretzka all out of nowhere making a big recovery, Thiago making a big recovery, and you're like, well, how does this work? It's because it's almost like instinctively our entire team is always pressing. Does that make sense? It's like every single player is always running. Even when they play a long ball in behind, Neuer's pressing. So it's crazy. I love how we press. So that's the central attacking midfielder position. Just some of the responsibilities he's going to have to deal with. Let's move over. He can play, like I said, anywhere in the front 3. Right wing, left wing, striker, and obviously the attacking midfielder spot, which is what he's going to predominantly be for us in the future. But for next season, if Muller's moving the way he is now, he's not going to get games at central attacking midfielder Kai Havertz. He's going to have to settle for the minutes. He's probably going to start maybe 60 to 70% of our games with the amount of injuries we have. Muller it will mean that we don't have to play Muller on the right wing. Havertz is a better right winger than Muller is. They're both very different players. They're really tall, but Havertz is highly technical. He's faster than Muller. People don't realize Havertz is fast, so he's going to be a good option for that right wing position. And it gives me a question. Perisic has played a lot of freaking minutes this season. Ivan Perisic should not be playing as many minutes as he is. He's 31 years old. He's not the future of Bayern, but he started some crucial matches. And I'm like, well, if we had a Kai Havertz there, Perisic doesn't play, we would play Havertz at left wing, at right wing. And in his responsibilities at left wing, at right wing especially, is he's going to cut inside. He's going to occupy the half spaces. He's going to work with our fullback, Pavard. He's going to interchange. And in fact, playing Havertz on the right wing, if Coman was out or Gnabry and both Sane were out or something, would not be stupid considering Havertz does have a few of the qualities a world-class winger does. He's not a world-class winger. He'd be a top-class winger because he's just highly technical. And that would definitely help and add to us as a team. But it would help Pavard because Pavard is not overly fantastic going forward. But having Havertz there as a right winger who can actually attack, who can make things happen, would definitely take some pressure off Pavard, and it would make us even more solid defensively because we would have this overindulgence of fantastic attackers. And that's why I'm so convinced Havertz can do it on the left wing or on the right wing, and he'd definitely be able to occupy the half spaces really well because that's basically what it means to cut inside. Not necessarily be an inside forward or inverted winger. You can cut inside. It means he'll take the ball out wide, and instead of running at the back line necessarily, he'll just use his left foot, cut inside. It would mean that maybe Sane is making a back post run on the far side and he can find that fantastic, sweet, sexy ball. Lewandowski is making a run in between the center backs. He can find that ball through. Anyone else Muller's making a run. He can find that ball. He can link with Muller, right? I've seen Havertz do it for Leverkusen. He does it a lot. Sometimes he even plays almost on that right-hand side as a cam. So it's definitely there for Havertz because, I mean, to be fair, it makes sense. At Bayern, Muller usually occupies a lot on the right-hand side because Davies, Gnabry on that left-hand side. You don't need a central attacking midfielder. You have those two who can make things happen by themselves. But Havertz, what he does is he picks up the ball in that left-hand channel. He makes 1-2 with a striker or something, and he's running. And then he'll make eventually a through ball and get an assist or be a third-man assist, which would mean that Sane could cross to Lewandowski. It's just so fluid. The guy is very, very elegant. I love how he plays technically. One of my favorite players in the league to watch technically. I never really was sold on Havertz. I never was on the price tag. But now that I look at it, and now that some clubs are like, we want this guy, and all these teams are like, we want him. Now I want him even more. So definitely a big part of his game will be to cut inside, to make layoff passing on that right-hand side. And actually, he will be playing on the right-hand side a lot. I don't see him playing at cam immediately. He'll play a few games at cam, definitely. If Muller was out, if it was a DFB Pokal game and Muller had to rest, he would, or Muller was just not in form, he will definitely get his chance in the central attacking midfielder zone. But for the future, obviously, long term, he's going to play central attacking midfielder / central forward. But for the presence and the way we play now, I think Muller, you can't take Muller out. You can't. There's no way. Left wing, it would be different responsibilities because he's left-footed, so he'll run at the defense. That's it. He won't be making layoffs with his right foot or cutting inside. He'll become almost like an inside forward in how he'll be playing. He won't make back post runs because he's not a winger. Like, he doesn't have winger pace. He's fast, but he doesn't have that type of fast pace. So he'll probably be isolating fullbacks and getting crosses in, which is where I don't think he'll play, but he can probably play there. I didn't talk about this because it wasn't that big of a thing we'll use him for, but he can play midfield too. Almost like a deep line playmaker. He has the energy too. You can tell he has a big engine on him. The guy can play central attacking midfielder. But the thing is, the reason I didn't put it in there is because or central defensive midfielder, what I meant, or box to box probably, or advanced number 8, attacking 8, whatever you want to call it. We have Goretzka, Thiago, Mikel Cousins, Adrian Fine, Joshua Kimmich, Sabrit Singh even, if you consider him. We have about 6 or 5 plus midfielders. Corentin Tolisso, Javi Martinez. We have almost 7 midfielders for 2 midfield positions. Oh, we do need to get rid of Tolisso and Javi Martinez, don't we? Bayern have a surplus of midfielders. Now, I always say depth is good, but I would like us to have maybe only 5 or maybe only 4. At least 4 midfielders. 4 to 5 is good enough. You don't need 7, so getting rid of 3 would definitely make sense, especially when all the, Thiago is different than the rest. He's highly technical. I'd say maybe Mikel Cousins is close to how Thiago is on the pitch and how he is, but I think Thiago brings something different to us than Goretzka does. Goretzka brings power, energy, tenacity. Thiago brings technicality, energy and a little bit of just that sauce, man. And that's what he brings, composure. If we wanted to relax a game, we wouldn't bring on Goretzka. We'd have Thiago and Kimmich just control the game. I've seen Kimmich go to center back just for us to control the game better. I think Hoffenheim, Kimmich literally was, he would drop in between the center backs, and next thing I know, the guy's in the 8 position, advanced. He covers a lot of grass, and people wonder why. It's because of how we play. Hansi Flick has Kimmich sometimes going from center back to our striker. It's crazy. I don't get it. It's pretty cool though. But Thiago, so I don't think we'll see Havertz in our midfield. No, with the midfielders we have too many midfielders, man. We don't need more. So yeah, I can definitely see a situation where he'll play on that right hand side, left wing a lot more than he'll play central attacking midfielder or central forward next season. So yeah, that is it for this video. This was just dependent on when we get Havertz. He could be here next season. I'll make this exact same video depending on how next season is. What if Muller just becomes crap? Then I'll be like, oh yeah, he'll start midfield for us. He'll start in an attacking midfielder position. If Muller's still playing at his level, I'll stand by it. So definitely these will be getting updated. I'll make another video on how Sané will fit, dependent on just how the team is. So thank you everyone so much for watching this. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Have a good day. And by the way, we're trying to reach 460 subscribers. Look, a lot of people don't leave a like on the video when I say leave a like. The reason is YouTube loves when you leave a like. So leave a like. It's a little button. Just press that and it will definitely show me that, okay, people like this. And if you don't like the video, just type it in the actual comments and say these are some of the things that you can improve on. It's always nice to hear feedback, but thank you all so much for watching this. Mia san mia and peace. You know, I'm getting Twitter mentions. I can see the number 9 there. So that means someone's pissed off at me. Hold on, let me actually show you this. It's abysmal. You can see that 9 there. Someone's pissed at me, so now look at that. The 9 right there. Someone's actually angry at me. So let's make sure we I kept myself in trouble too much. Jeez. Why is this little hair right here? It's always popping up. But yeah, see you all tomorrow. What is tomorrow, actually? It's Thursday, isn't it? So the preview for the Leverkusen game, which, by the way, Bayern have said, or the sources, that Bayern will probably meet with Leverkusen, and I don't doubt it. So yeah, peace.